Welcome to the Alan Berry Reports TV. I'm your host, Alan Berry Labucan from AlanBerryReports.com. Today we have a new installment of our in the news show. This is the show where we talk about resource companies with recent developments. And today we have one company to talk about that's involved with gold, and another company that's a diamond focused company, and then a third that's involved with uranium. We're going to open the show with our commentary. We've been kind of adding this to the show for the last few programs, and we open up with some commentary. Today we got a lot to talk about. There was a big news was a deal between to merge the Toronto Stock Exchange and the London Stock Exchange, and so we're going to talk about some of the benefits to resource companies with that planned merger. And but before getting started, we always like to open with our thank yous. We've got plenty of people to say thank you to regarding our shows. First of all, if you we use YouTube.com to produce and broadcast our shows. This is the folks over at YouTube are wonderful have a wonderful website that for anybody interested in doing online shows, we highly recommend them. Also, if you're watching the show on our website, you'll notice to the left and right of me that we have banners. Those banner sponsors are really important in us being able to bring these shows to you. And if you click on their banner, we have them direct link to the company's website. And so you can go and do a bunch of homework. The companies have plenty of details about their projects, their team, their work efforts, their news, and really great place for you to start your homework. So we'd invite you to check those banner sponsor companies out. And of course, to you, the viewers, you give us a audience to speak to about commodities and resource stocks. These are two subjects we're very fond of, and we really appreciate you tuning in to support the show. Just going to move a couple things around on my computer here. So now that we got our thank you messages out, we're going to start now talking about the big merger between the Toronto Stock Exchange and the London Stock Exchange. It looks like it will have a very good. It's going to be a good situation for the companies that we follow in our reports. First of all, it broadens your investor base. This gets us well beyond Canada. Now you've got investors in Europe that are interested in these kind of companies, and so that increased investor base is really important. And some of the other things, key issues that we're looking for is, this kind of is a perfect marriage in that, or a very good marriage, anyways, in that investors in Canada clearly understand the importance of commodities to our economic health in this country. It's a very critically important part of our economic health. And European investors also understand how important commodities are to the global economy, and they've been actively involved for many years. In fact, sort of one of their competitors for listings of resource companies in London is the London Exchange itself, and also the AIM market, which is sort of their junior market for more high growth companies, and this now brings those two groups together and creates a much stronger global player, especially when it comes to resource stocks and commodity related companies. And so some key issues in our reports, we follow primarily exploration and new development companies, the companies that have new deposits that they're developing, or smaller producers, and we also follow the big cap sector for an idea of what's going on with production and also mergers and acquisitions, because they're usually the ones that are doing the buying. That's an important, by following from exploration to the big producers, really gives you a good understanding of how the pipeline for commodities are going to do now and into the future, and what's coming out of the ground. And so, but for the primary focus is on the smaller companies in our reports, and those smaller, potentially high growth companies. Some of the key things that, key issues that affect them are is funding and liquidity in their stock price. They're not nearly as liquid, not as much trading activity as big cap companies, nor do they have the kind of funding. And so this merger will help with liquidity, bringing a bunch of new investors from Europe, looking at Canadian-based companies, and secondly, institutional investors that can put together the kind of funding that's needed for exploration and new development of new producers. And so, again, there's another key issue that we're very happy to see. It creates a larger investor base that will help exploration and development stage companies with the increased trading activity and funding sources. Also, it's a very good indicator that the global investing community continues to want to have a portion of their investments in commodities and resource stocks. Obviously that's a very good trend that we like to see. What's causing that has a lot to do with the trends in commodity prices, and we feel that there's plenty of reasons to be bullish on commodity prices. And so we think that that trend of investors wanting exposure will continue. So we're happy to see that. And it's also a recognition that day to day, investors are realizing how important commodities and resource stocks, resource companies that explore for or develop new producing properties, or those that produce, are how important they are to the global economy. So bottom line, very happy to see this proposed merger of the Toronto and London stock exchanges. I think there's some regulatory and shareholder issues that have to be dealt with before the marriage happens, but we'll see. We like the sounds of it so far and believe that it's very good for commodities and resource stocks. So before we get started with the companies in the news we wanted to talk about, also wanted to let viewers know that I'm scheduled to be on BNN Business News Network. That's bnn.ca up here in Canada on Friday. So we're going to have two shows this week, today and tomorrow. That's Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday at 12:15 Pacific Standard Time. I'll be on their Business Day program. We hope you can tune in and watch the show. So now I'm going to move on to our resource companies to talk about. The first company we're going to talk about is Virginia Mines, Inc. On the disclosure, we're shareholders of the company. The past coverage includes they're a featured company in the Alan Berry Reports email newsletter. We started coverage of them on December the 5th, 2006, which was our 10th edition. If you're watching the show on our website and you look above me, you'll notice the report section. In there we have all of our past reports, and that's where you can find that 10th edition from December 5th, 2006, and you can either read it online or print it off in a Word file to read at your leisure. And then we also had them on our shows. We had them on the June 16th, 2010 show. If you look above me on the website again at alanberryreports.com, you'll see the shows section. In there we have all of our past shows, including that June 16th show, and got an easy link there for you to go watch that show. Their website is virginia.qc.ca. That's virginia.qc.ca. virginia.qc.ca. I'm just going to pull up their website. We're looking for the January 19th, 2011 news release, and I've got their website up now, and I'm just going to pull up this press release. And from June the 19th, the headline from the press release is Update on Exploration Work and Beginning of Several Drilling Programs in James Bay. They go on that they're pleased to announce the beginning of drilling programs on several of their projects located in the James Bay region in the province of Quebec. During the next 4 months, Virginia will carry out more than 18,000 meters of drilling on its Coulon base metal project, which is a copper, zinc, and silver project, and many other gold projects, including Post Lemoyne, I hope I'm saying this right, Extension, Lac Po, Anatuka Wabamisk. Again, I apologize if I didn't pronounce those properly. I got to brush up on my French a little bit. And then they noted that important geophysical surveys will also be conducted on a few of their other projects. Then they give you some details about the Post Lemoyne extension property, which is 100% owned by Virginia. They talk about some of the past work that's been done on the property, the focus of the exploration that's going to go on this year in 2011. They give you some very good details. One of the nice things I really like about Virginia Gold is they are very good at explaining not only from a technical perspective, but in a fashion that the average investors can also understand. And they give you some very good details about the exploration. Then they have details about their Lac Po property, which is also 100% owned by Virginia. And again, they give you some very good details about the past work that's been done on the project and where they plan on doing work this year. They have more details on their Anatuka Wabamisk property, their Coulon property, the airborne drilling program that they're going to be doing. They mentioned that Virginia will also complete during the winter of 2011 a limited helicopter-supported drilling program that will consist of about 10 holes for a total of approximately 1,500 meters. Drilling will test auriferous and base metal targets located in the areas without direct access, most particularly on the Éléonore Regional, FCI, and Penelope properties. Work should begin in or late February. Then they talk about other exploration projects that they have. So there's a lot of really good details in there in that June 19th press release about the work that the company's going to be doing. And looking for gold this year, as well as doing more work on their Coulon base metal project. So now I'm going to close that down and bring up another page here. Some of the reasons that we like the company is they're a well-run company with a strong management team and exploration team. They're focused on exploration in Quebec. Quebec is the best mining jurisdiction in the world. They're very pro-mining there, very supportive of the exploration, new project development, and the mining sector, and the mining end of it. And so we really like to one of our key areas that we look for projects is in Quebec. So that's their focus as well. They have an excellent pipeline of projects from grassroots exploration to advanced stage projects. They're very well funded. They're an aggressive exploration company that's going to be doing a lot of work this year. So we expect to see some good news out of the company. They are part of their team is the same group that found the Éléonore deposit that was sold to Goldcorp. So this company knows how to find gold, and we're very bullish on gold. So we're quite excited to see them really focusing in on their gold exploration projects, and we look forward to hearing about their drilling on those projects. So as always, we highly recommend you take a look at their website, virginia.qc.ca. to do additional homework on the company. The second company we're going to talk about today is Mountain Province Diamonds. On the disclosure, we're not shareholders. The past coverage, we've had them on a couple of our shows, one on November the 9th, 2010, and then on recently on January the 19th, 2011. If you look above me at the shows section on the website, that's where you'll find those two shows that we talked about, Mountain Province. Their website is mountainprovince.com. That's mountainprovince.com. The news that we're looking for is their January 20th. I'm just pulling it up now. The headline from the news is Mountain Province Diamonds initiates exploration at the Canady North project. They go on that Mountain Province planned to work for work to be completed on the company's 100% owned Canady North project, which is located immediately to the north and west of the Gaucho Q project, a joint venture between Mountain Province and De Beers. The Canady North project consists of 5 mining leases and 8 mineral claims, covering an area of approximately 30,000 acres. The property hosts the Kelvin, Faraday, and Hobbs kimberlites, which were discovered approximately 10 years ago and are located between 7 and 12 kilometers north of Gaucho Q kimberlite cluster. The land package falls within the boundaries of the original AK claims staked in 1992 that originally comprised 520,000 acres. Since 2006, when Mountain Province recovered 100% interest in the Canady North project, no further exploration activity has taken place. During that period, the company's primary focus has been on the advancement of the Gaucho Q project. Then they talk about the desktop study that they're doing, that they have a comprehensive database that will allow them to fast track and fine tune their exploration plans and in an efficient and effective manner. Then later on they talk about some of the merits of the project and what they're doing to explore the project. So that's again a really great place to that's a good news release, and I'm just going to change some stuff around here. Pull up where we are. There we are. So some of the reasons that we follow the company, they're a diamond-focused company. We're very bullish on the price of diamonds based on long-term supply and demand trends. They have an advanced stage project at their Gaucho Q project that has the realistic potential to be one of Canada's future diamond mines. They'll also benefit, that project will also benefit from stronger diamond prices, as it will enhance the economics of developing the Gaucho Q kimberlites. And they're also now putting more emphasis on their exploration for new diamond discoveries on their highly prospective ground. And so the combination of very advanced stage projects and also the exploration we're looking forward to that work. And a great place for you to start your homework again is on their website at mountainprovince.com. So now we'll move on to our third company today. The third company we're going to talk about is Denison Mines Corp. On the disclosure, we're not shareholders of the company. The past coverage, we've had them on a couple of our shows on November the 4th, 2010, and also on December the 1st, 2010. If you look above me at the shows section, that's where you'll find those two shows and a link to go watch the shows to check out our past coverage on them. Their website is denisonmines.com. That's DENISONMINES.com. We're looking for the January 20th, 2011 press release. I'm just pulling it up now. On their website, they have an investor relations section, and in there they have a press release section. And in the press release section, I'm just looking for that January 20th press release. And the headline from that one is Denison plans significant winter drilling programs in the Athabasca Basin, including advanced exploration at Wheeler River. They go on that Denison is pleased to announce significant winter drill programs at a number of its Athabasca Basin projects, including the commencement of the first part of the multifaceted 2011 exploration program at Wheeler River. Then they go on to significant details about the Wheeler River project. This is a 60% owned project by them. They have a major mining company as a partner. They go into a bunch of the details about the work and the focus of the work on that project. Later on, they go into some details about their Moore Lake project, their Hatchet Lake project, their McLean Lake project, and the various different joint venture participants. This Wheeler River discovery is an exceptionally good discovery, very high grade. It's in at the Athabasca Basin of Saskatchewan, which is the most important jurisdiction for uranium mining. One of the key attributes of the Athabasca Basin is the high-grade nature of the deposits in that area, and this Wheeler River project ranks up there with some of the most highest grade discoveries and mines in Saskatchewan. So it's off to a really great start. They made an important discovery. This discovery is a potential game changer for the company, and is one of the key reasons that we're following the work that they're doing. They're a uranium-focused company with producing mines, and again, they have an exceptional discovery at their Wheeler River project, a very high grade, and they're going to be planning on doing aggressive working on the project. So we expect to see a good news flow from them. This winter is a really important time of the year for exploration in the Athabasca Basin of Saskatchewan, and so they'll be doing a lot of work, and we're looking forward to seeing the results from that work. Again, a great place for you to start doing your homework on the company is on their website. As I mentioned earlier, that's at denisonmines.com. So that's a wrap on our In the News show today. Before closing, we'd like to stress that this show and our reports are for information purposes only. We aren't making buying or selling recommendations. It's important for you to do your own research and speak with your financial advisors before making any investment decisions. We're always trying to grow our audience, and any efforts you make to let your friends that follow the markets know about our reports, our website, our shows, would be greatly appreciated. And we also greatly appreciate you taking the time to watch these shows. We know that everybody is very busy these days, and we strive to produce a show that saves you time and brings you helpful, high-quality information. The next show we're going to do, again, as I mentioned earlier, tomorrow, which is Thursday, February the 10th, we're going to be doing another of our In the News shows. We'll open with some market commentary. Then we'll get into talking about a couple of resource companies that have had some recent developments. We won't be doing any show on Friday. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be on BNN, Business News Network, doing a television interview on Friday, and so I won't be able to do a show, but we invite you to tune in. For the best way to keep track of the work that we're doing, these television interviews, our shows, our reports, is to be on our email list. There's no charge to be on our email list. All you got to do is, if you're watching the show on our website, look above me at the subscribe section and just fill out the information, and we'll add you to the list at no charge. And we hope you can join us for our next show. You can find all of our work on our website at alanberryreports.com. We'll see you soon, and have a great day.